This will be a video about counting Varroa mites, which sounds pretty boring, but it's a sort of quite an important thing for beekeepers to do. And as this blog is supposed to be about beekeeping, this is what it's going to be about. So this is the sort of sticky board thing that I use. It's yellow Corex. Just makes it a little bit easier to see things on it than the stuff that's absolutely clear. And as you can see, it's divided into 4 sections simply because when you're going through looking for it, it's very easy to get distracted or forget where you are. So I just do it in 4 sections at a time. Now, I think I said in the blog you can use a magnifying glass, but what I've been using for a while now is this thing, which is a little cheap camera which you can attach to your laptop, and it means that instead of squinting through a magnifying glass, you can look at the screen on your laptop, which is a lot easier. It's a fiddly thing to do. The magnifying on here is again a bit of a tricky thing to do, and all in all it's just slightly awkward to do. So what I thought I would do is make something that would make the job a little bit easier, and I'm going to use this thing. The idea is you put the board on it like that, and the cross bit here goes up and down, and this bit here, which is where the camera sits in there, goes left and right. So in theory, and I haven't actually used it yet, I can look through the camera here, go along, go along, go along, go along, and then move it down, and then go around that way. That is the theory. So I'll just stop the video now to get the sheet set up, and we'll have a look, see what we can find. Before we do that first, I will just have a quick look. This is the Varroa sheet I got out of hive number 7, and you can see there's all that junk along the sides. And if I hold it up closer, there's a dead bee. You can see all the debris that's there, and in there somewhere will be probably some Varroa mites, and that's what the that's what the camera thing will look for. This is the second batch that I've done. I did some for a couple of the hives that I thought looked a bit scrawny. I wanted to see whether it was Varroa holding them back. As it turned out, they got virtually no mites on them at all, which is a good thing. So we'll see what we can find out of this one. Okay, off we go. You probably see that red line there. That's the red division line. As I move it slowly left to right, you can see all of them up there, but there is nothing that looks like. At the top of the screen there's a brown blob. That's just the sort of junk. I'll just move it up a little bit so you can see it. That's just a bit of junk that is in there. It isn't a Varroa mites. They're quite distinctive, and when you see them, you know them. I should have looked for some before I started this, I know, but so I move across. This thing's working perfectly okay till I get to the other side. I go down a little bit and go back the other way. So that's fine. And absolutely nothing there. Not a single mite, which is very good news. No, that's not right. And we're down at the other end. So I'll just pull it down a bit. Head back in the opposite direction. That thing at the top there. No, don't think so. The only downside about having the camera fixed to the rail as I go across is that you can't easily adjust the focus of the thing. But I could settle for that with this thing doing what it's doing. Now I've done 3 sheets, I think it is, and found very little varroa, which is a good thing. Maybe 3 on each sheet, sometimes even less than that. So a good sign, and that the varroa treatment I did at Christmas time, the oxalic acid vaporizer, seems to be working as everybody says that it does. So there was a lot of video of not a lot happening. So not wanting to deprive you of the pleasures of meeting a varroa mite, I found one. Oops, wrong way. And there it is. Yeah, just to move it up a little bit. Oops, sorry. There it is. And as you can see, it's quite distinctive from the other blobs of brown stuff. They look like little brown crabs, and you might be able to see a little spherical spiky thing coming out of it. They do look like crabs. They've got little legs sometimes, which is another easy way of telling that they are varroa. And so there it is. The fact there's not a lot of varroa apparently on the hives is good news. There are some beekeepers who suggest you should check monthly for varroa. Now my little board thing seems to be working okay, a few things to do to it. It makes life a bit easier, so I'll do it more frequently than I've done it in the past. The main reason you do it really is that if you see a big spike in the numbers of them, then you need to do something about it pretty quickly before it gets too embedded, and I think, as I said in the blog, ultimately varroa can kill off a hive completely. So say goodbye to Mr. Varroa, and that's the end of the video.